Now, I've got to go to President Watch here and have a look at President Joe Biden's daily program again. It's always interesting reading. It doesn't take you long to read. He had a briefing at 10 o'clock in the morning the other day. No media involved in that. And then he departed the White House for a function at 4:45. That's it. That's the day for him, Tim. I hope he didn't knock himself out.
Well, in his defence, it is called a daily brief. It's not called a daily extended or a daily a hell of a long time. It's just a daily brief. Gets up, takes whatever medication's lined up for that particular hour, and then eventually retires. But I noticed that Biden is scheduled to make some sort of comment about the growing anti-Semitism in the US and the world, and that's due, I think, in a couple of days. So no rush. He'll get around to it eventually. Good stuff.
Yes, indeed. Let's have a listen to Donald Trump having a crack at Joe Biden.
Joe Biden failed on the border. He failed on inflation. He failed on gas prices. He failed on every single thing, including Afghanistan, the most vicious, embarrassing day or period in the life of this country, Afghanistan. Remember that disaster? The most embarrassing day. He failed on every single thing he touches turns to.
Yeah, everything he touches, Mark, turns to... I think it's the way most of us talk. I think we know what was beeped out there. That was the real Donald Trump. That wasn't you putting some swear words in his mouth.
Mate, that is how you do a campaign. That's what you should be doing. Like, you compare that to Biden's day, which is zero media, because please don't ask me a question, because it'll make me say a sentence. This bloke gets up there, can do a press conference with no dramas, drop bombs, absolute bombs down on everyone. It's honestly, I don't even understand how this is a contest. My boy's gonna get up. It's unbelievable. It's just so good. Gags like that, it was what wins election.
Now, I tell you what, I want to talk about your cartoons. We're going to show a preview of tomorrow's Please Explain cartoon. I've got to compliment you, though. Last week's one was a cracker, where you had to go at both major parties and this online censorship. It was just brilliant. And if you haven't looked at it at home, look it up on Facebook, because last week's Please Explain is the current one. You actually get to see Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton in bed. That's pretty frightening prospect. But, Tim, I don't think you would have seen this little preview that I just saw 10 minutes ago of the upcoming episode dealing with immigration issues. Have a look at this.
Now, you tell her I'm too busy to speak at this DVD rally. I've got Prime Minister stuff to do. Hey, Albo. Oh, hey, everyone. What's going on? You're waiting to see Andrew Giles as well. Why don't you take a seat? What's this all about? So, Albo, we're all here today because we're a little concerned about your addiction. My addiction? To what? Immigration. Hang on, is this an intervention? Katie, do you want me to talk or not? I'm the Prime Minister.
Just, and Tim, they're all waiting in the foyer to talk to Andrew Giles. He's not taking any meetings.
What I love about these cartoons, and there's so much to love about, there's so many layers happening. Yeah. That he's not the immigration minister. I'll allow the viewers to go back and look at the entire thing to get the joke on the door. There's all manner of gags happening every time. It's so intense. It's not to put too high a bar here, but you're around about Golden Age Simpsons at the moment. Mark, it's going very well.
Yeah, we're embarrassing you, Mark, with all this praise. Now, I wanted to let you get a plug in tonight, Mark, because I know this is all organised through One Nation, but this is a fundraising idea that goes directly to the cartoons. People support this. They support the cartoons and the cartoons alone. And now there's a membership they're offering so that people can keep them going.
That's right, and especially after last week, a lot of people did get in touch about how they could support the show, because they see it as, it's funny and it's quick and it makes fun of the Prime Minister, but at times it can also be really important. So a lot of people actually did reach out and ask how they could support the show. And One Nation, they're the ones backing this financially. They put it up, no ads, there's no corporate sponsors ever. They fund the whole thing because it's certainly not free to do so. We thought about how we could better engage viewers to get a glimpse behind the show as well. So we created membership platform. It's $100 a year, but works out to be about $2 an episode, which is pretty good. And you get, storyboards. You'll get the episode ahead of time. You'll literally get it as it comes out of the oven. So I'm back to the office.
Great stuff.
Shortly,
So,
we're going to be working through to the night, and then you'll get it within about half an hour. And you can also buy gifts as well, boys. And because of your kind support, I've actually got you both onto the membership platform. So
you're a
after
good
I finish
man.
up here, I'll be able to shoot through the email.
To declare
and you'll
that.
be both happy members of the Please Explain Cartoon Club. You'll get a bunch of swag coming your way as well. I think a little signed letter from Pauline. It's heaps of fun. But no, really appreciate all the support. We love making the cartoons. We don't want it to stop.
Well done.
Great stuff, Mark. Love chatting to you every week. You too, Tim. Go well.